offensive insults to the people I was playing. And people would be like, wow, the realest motherfucker on the internet is a real asshole, right? So listen, I'm to blame. I know that. I'm to blame for that shit back in the day. I really am. The Street Fighter stuff, the early YouTube stuff, this is all my fault because I didn't have any guide. I didn't have a PR manager or a manager at all to guide me. I didn't have a firm telling me what to do. I didn't have any blueprint, any history of anyone else who had done it before me. I was just winging it. I was shooting from the hip constantly and seeing what worked, and I would try to stick with what worked. And what worked earlier on was basically being as over the top, offensive, pulling no punches, saying whatever I wanted, as much as I possibly could, without being outright racist or sexist. You know, it wasn't like I was constantly ragging on a certain race or anything like that. I called myself the equal opportunity offender. No one was safe. Everything would be made fun of in my content, right? So people kind of knew the joke back then. But then, you know, people then took that into, oh, well, guess what? Now he's a racist. Now he's a sexist, you know, as times change and culture changed. But I agree, you know, I'm certainly have room to improve. I still have to work on things like anger issues, especially when it comes to fighting games and other things. I certainly have to work on, you know, like you said, taking the bait. You're right. There's things that people will say to take the bait. And it's like, what gets me is it doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter what I say or do. No matter what, it's a rant. Like, if I simply answer, well, I do not consider myself famous in any capacity of the word. If you wanted to say over 10 years ago, like at the height of my popularity, 2011, 2012-ish, when I could go to a convention and actually have like a panel held at the convention when tons of people were there for me, when I have people lining up to get my autograph, then I was famous. Okay, not anymore. Now, nobody gives a shit about Darkside Phil besides a small, tight-knit group of fans who like my content and a whole bunch of assholes who just want to make fun of me. That's it. So, there you go.